so sweet. Talking till we asleep, asleep. Every night I fall deep, but love.
Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. I feel like it has been so long since I have talked to you guys because, as you know, most of our content is pre-recorded. So for instance, if you've seen a vlog, that wasn't like that actual day. It takes time to film, put the footage together, edit the footage, and upload it to YouTube. So it just feels like it's been such a long time since I have talked to you guys, and I miss y'all. So I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about something that I've learned about myself and that has helped me. So I pray that it helps someone else. Side note, I also haven't done any cooking videos because we're getting renovations done to the kitchen, and it's hard to be in there like filming with supplies and stuff all over the place and things going on. So no, sis is not forgot about y'all. Sis still be in the kitchen. Sis will be uploading some cooking videos soon. I have a whole menu, a whole list of things and ideas that I'm gonna like do a lot back to back once I get back in my kitchen and get up and going. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. We are here to talk about, like I said, something that I have learned about myself, and I pray that it's a blessing to someone else. So I'm gonna share it with you guys. So y'all, I messed up. Like, when the Most High blesses you with something that you have been praying for and you mess it up. It's like stages of grief that I have been going through. Like, at first I didn't realize what was happening, and then I was filled with regret. Now I'm just like, you know what? I learned something about myself. This is something that had to come out of me, that he had to show me in order for me not to go through it any longer. So that's another lesson too. Like, when you're sick or your stomach hurt, you usually have to, excuse my language, but you usually have to poop or throw up. So when you feel uneasy or something is unsettling inside of you, that's usually a good sign that it's about to come out of you, and you're going to be able to move forward and learn from that thing which is unsettling if you take the proper steps to overcome it. Y'all probably like, girl, what is you talk about? Just get to it. And I'm gonna get to it. Me and my husband talk about that all the time. We like introduce what we're about to say before we say it, and we do it to one another, and it's just like, bruh, spit it out, say what you about to say. So anyway, I'm gonna just say what I'm about to say. So anyway, y'all have blessed me with such peace, such fulfillment, such joy, like so many things that I have been praying for over the last 10 years. In 2019, like in this season of our lives, he has answered prayers and brought so many things to pass. And one of those things was peace, like peace of mind, just physical peace, just peace, period. And your girl mistook the peace for loneliness. Yes, I mistook the peace that he had blessed me with for loneliness. And because I did that, I opened myself up to things and people that weren't good for me, that weren't meant for me, because I felt lonely. And when you feel lonely or you let your feelings control you, you're vulnerable, and you open yourself up to things that are not meant for you. I found myself in a place that was like, how did I even get here? Like, girl, I don't know, how did I even get here, okay? Ultimately, I have learned that when Yah blesses you with something that you know is him, and you know that this is a thing in which I have been praying for, be grateful for that. Like, be grateful that your prayers have been answered, and you may not understand the process that you have to go through to get your prayers answered, to get where he wants you to be. But even if you don't understand, if you know that this is what you have been praying for and you know that it's from him, accept it. Like, accept it. Accept the place you're in your life at this moment. Accept it. It might not feel good, it might not be the ideal situation, but you have to accept it. If you do not accept where he has you, what he is doing in your life, you will regret it. Don't be me. Don't be people. Don't be me. Don't do it. Like, Now, if you're in a place in your life and you know it's not him, and you know I need to do better, pack your bag, get your stuff, and move on from the situation. Whether it's mental stuff, physical stuff, get your stuff and move on. I'm not talking about staying in a situation that is comfortable for you. I'm talking about you prayed for something, that something is happening, now it don't feel good, so you don't like it, and you trying to find your way around it. Don't do it. Accept the place that he has you in your life, because if you do not, you will regret it, and you will prolong the process of you getting, you know, where you need to go. I grew up around like just a lot of people, whether it have been church family, just regular family. I just grew up around people. Like, I was always around people. I was always a people person. I was always a charismatic person. I just grew up with a lot of noise, like with a lot going on around me, which did not allow me to really stop and focus on what things really were and see things for what they really were. So when you're used to that, when you don't have that anymore, it, one, is uncomfortable, two, you don't know what to do with it, and three, you start to wonder, like, what's going on? Is something wrong? And the most important thing, it forces you to look at what's really going on around you. It forces you to look at you, okay? So I have been praying for y'all to really show me and show me myself, and just give me peace and allow me to become a person that he is proud of, become a person that my husband was proud of, become a person that my children could be proud of. That was my prayer, and in order for him to answer my prayer and get me to where I asked him to take me, he had to separate me from things, from people, from myself, from ways that I had. He had to separate me from those things. And he did that. That was a part of the process. And your girl was like, this is unusual. I don't have like really no friends. I don't have nobody to really like talk to. I feel lonely, like this is different. I don't have all the noise and distractions around me. These are all blessings, right? But in my mind, it was loneliness. Nah, dog, he had blessed me with peace and put me in a place where I was able to focus and get myself and my family where we needed to be. But I was being ungrateful, okay? I said to my kids one day, I'm like, these kids always ask for something. The two boys were in the living room. One boy was playing the Xbox on a 60-inch TV. The other boy was sitting in front of a laptop and watching his brother play the TV. He was playing his game on the laptop. Then he had another laptop in front of him that he was watching shows on PBS Kids. So they had a laptop where they were watching PBS Kids. One was playing the Xbox and the other one was playing his game. And they was still asking me for something else. On PBS Kids, a commercial came on of something. They was like, Mom, can we get this? Like, ask Dad, can we get this? I'm just like, y'all got all this stuff in front of y'all. I mean, more than y'all could ever ask for. Just everything was sitting in front of them. I'm like, y'all got all this stuff in front of y'all and y'all still asking for more stuff. And it hit me. Y'all was like, they get it from you? That's what you doing, sis. You prayed for all of these things and I have blessed you with these things. Yes, he has blessed us with a lot of material things that we have not had in the past, but those are not the most important things that he has blessed me with. He has blessed us with so many spiritual gifts and so many things that aren't tangible that I have been praying for years. It's just all been coming into fruition and all been coming to pass. And I was still focused on what I thought I didn't have, or the elements of life that I felt like I wasn't thriving in at that moment. So here I am with all these things in front of me, all these things that I have prayed for, you know. Yeah, heal my marriage. Y'all, bless me with a daughter, please. I want this, I want that. I'm pregnant, please let it be a girl. I want a house, I want a backyard, I want this, I want that. And honestly, all of those things he had blessed me with, but I still allowed myself to focus on the things that I felt I didn't have. Foolish, silly me. And he brought me to a place of regret. And now that I have moved on from that place of regret, I wanted to share it with you guys because we say it all the time and it's such a cliche thing. You say like, don't be ungrateful or just be thankful, and we just say these things, but worrying is a form of being ungrateful. Yes, you're gonna worry sometimes, but feel the feeling, do not become the feeling. Feel the feeling of whatever is going on, pray about it, and move on. Don't become that thing in what you're worried about. Don't let that overtake your life because you'll regret it. And that's a trick. That's the trick of the adversary, of the opposing forces, to get you off focus. Because if you're worried about other things, you cannot focus. And if you're not focused, you cannot move forward. So what I'm learning is that things in life are all about perspective, the way we perceive perfection. Being perfect or perfection is something that people feel like we could never achieve. And if you even say like, oh, that's perfect, or my life is perfect, it's like, who she thinks she is, or ain't nothing perfect, ain't nobody perfect. That's the favorite thing. And my husband did a video the other day that I loved, and I learned something from him when he talked about perfection to the Most High is not you being perfect in the eyes of man. It's having a perfect character. It's having the heart that Yah wants us to have. That doesn't mean you're not gonna slip up. That doesn't mean that you aren't going to mess up. That doesn't mean you aren't going to make mistakes. But you are striving every day to have an awesome character, and that's what being perfect is. So when he made that video and I watched it, I was like, dang, I'm guilty of that, because there is a lot in my life that is perfect. And I was even about to say it now, like, no, everything is not perfect, but everything that I have prayed for, I'ma just keep it real and be honest. Yah has blessed me with it. Are there things that I want to happen in the future? Yes, there are. Are there areas of my life that I want to grow in as a person? Yes, there are. Do I still make mistakes? Yes, I do. However, the foundation that he has given myself and my family is a firm foundation, and that within itself is what makes my life perfect. The things that I have prayed for, he has answered my prayers. And I know a lot of people are like, well, it still ain't perfect. You still worry about things, you still go through things. Yes. So to make you feel better, it's pretty close to perfect. I would not change a thing. So for me to still worry about the little things or feel like I need more of this or I need more of that, that was being selfish and it was being ungrateful. I would even find myself like trying to identify with or have something in common with something or people that I didn't have anything in common with, just to make them feel better. Like when you're talking to somebody and they talking about their husband or the issues that they have, because we all have issues, they just aren't the same issue. And I would be like, yeah, I know, like, because I don't want to make somebody feel bad, but like, girl, you don't know. You are not going through that thing that this person is talking about. You don't know. There has been a time in my life where everything I could have thought of was wrong, okay? So I'm not saying that I've never been through anything or I've never been at that point in my life where I could identify with whatever it was. I'm not there anymore. To me, that's another form of being ungrateful. Like, I'm blessed. So I can't be ashamed because I don't want to make someone else feel bad. And if you have people in your life that love you and care for you, they understand that sometimes you up, sometimes you down. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So everybody is not at the same place at the same time. And if you got people in your life who you can't share your good because it's not going as great for them, then that's not where it's at in the first place. Understanding the true meaning of perfection and the Most High's definition of perfection and not ours is something that really helped me to refocus myself and refocus my energies on how blessed I am and what I do have and all the things that he has blessed me with and all the things that I'm so thankful and so grateful for. Y'all know that he knows his children. He knows what we need, and he knows me personally. He knows that me personally, I'm hard-headed. I have to not have it, and then I'm like, why? Dang, I wish I had that back. So I did. I messed up, y'all. I mistook my peace for loneliness, and it opened me up and made me vulnerable. I allowed things and people back into my life that I had removed from my life for good doggone reason because I thought I was lonely, and it took me to a place mentally that I don't want to be. It got me off focus. It got me off track. But it happened for a reason because I learned things about myself. I learned that if I pray for something and I know that it's him and he has blessed me and answered my prayer and given me the something that I have prayed for, to accept it, to walk in it, to appreciate it, and to grow from it, no matter how uncomfortable it is, no matter what people think about me, no matter how it makes me feel, no matter how it hurts, no matter how lonely you feel, no matter how much of a stranger you may feel in your own life and in your own situation. Because here's the thing about change, whether it's a good change or a bad change, if it's completely different from where you have always been, you have to get acclimated to that change. You have to get acclimated into the new life, into the new place that he has you in. Just because it's beautiful and it's amazing and it's much better than where you have been, that doesn't mean that you're going to be used to it. Why do you think you see so many people who stay in relationships and situations that to everybody else it looks like, this is bad, girl, you need to get out, but it's familiar. Things that are familiar are much more comfortable than things that are not familiar, no matter how good or bad they are. That's another thing that I took from this time. Just because something is not familiar, that doesn't mean it's bad. So I said all of that to say, just be secure in who you are in the place that Yah has you in, and thrive in that place, in that time. If he has you there, it's for a reason. So just start to look around, go back to the drawing board and figure out, how can I make this situation work? How can I make this situation work for me and where I am right now? Don't think about what you don't have. Don't think about anything that's opposing to what he says about you. Think about what you do have. Look around you, find the tools that you do have and use those to be a better you, to be a better person. Stop beating yourself up. Stop being so hard on yourself, down on yourself. Allow yourself to learn who Yah is so that you can see yourself through his lens, so that you can see yourself through his eyes, and you won't need to be validated by other people or things or situations. Just be secure in you and who you are. I love you guys so much. I just want to share this with you all. I hope this video was a blessing to someone. Don't forget to like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to our channel if you aren't already subscribed. To everyone who is subscribed to our channel, we love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to all of those who aren't subscribed, subscribe. What you waiting for? And I'll see you guys in our next video.
Good times. I've been sleeping through the long nights. I've been shining in the sunlight. I've been thinking how I'm alright.